Dan Senor was a senior advisor to Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan in the 2012 presidential campaign. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what are you hearing from Republicans in the Senate about Rex Tillerson?
A lot of questions. So with other nominees, you will see statements being issued that basically say that we're greenlighting this. I mean, they actually have to go through the process, but it's going to be, they kind of know where they're going to wind up. This is one where enough Republicans, only takes 3 Republicans, assuming all Democrats vote against Tillerson's nomination. It only takes 3 Republicans to sink his nomination, and they're raising serious questions. On the one hand, they say, look, he's got an impeccable resume. He ran one of the 10 largest companies in the world, company with $500 billion in revenues and market cap, an organization whose staff is comparable in size, actually, to the sprawling State Department. He's got the support of key figures in the Republican foreign policy establishment, Baker, Gates, Rice, Hadley. And the president should have his prerogative in picking his own advisors. But there's a question about whether or not what he has done with Russia and with Iran and with other countries reflects just pure business interests or worldview.
I mean, just think about today's news. A 4-year civil war of Aleppo appears to be over. Assad has won.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about that.
Is that about Rex Tillerson, or is that about Barack Obama and the administration that's been in power and has had an opportunity to do so?
Well, if you look at the trajectory of what happened, 2011, the assault on civilians began. President Obama did nothing. 2013, the red line was issued. President Obama didn't follow through with it. 2014, 2015, Russia intervention, which took the human catastrophe down to a whole other level. I mean, and this was Russia complicity. And we have, I mean, what I think many Republicans believe is over the years, you've had President George W. Bush, you've had President Barack Obama, you've had Secretary Clinton, who've all approached Putin with a bear hug, and they don't want another President and Secretary of State to do the same thing.
Well, I mean, do we expect Tillerson to do a bear hug, or do we expect him to be able to talk tough to Vladimir Putin because he knows him, because he has some credibility with him?
That is the key question. I spoke to one Republican senator over the weekend who said, look, when Tillerson goes around to do his meetings before its confirmation process, it really depends on what he says in those meetings. Does he say, you guys, come on, I know how to deal with this guy. I'll make sure the U.S. does not get rolled. I was doing business deals with him. Now I've got the interests of the United States at heart. And that'll be my focus in dealing with Putin. I know how to deal with him. They'll give him a pass. If he says, no, the things I've said about Putin and Russia reflect my worldview, we need to back off, we need to reduce sanctions, we need to take pressure off Putin, that will be a problem in the confirmation process.
You think that this is going to matter in terms of Trump's position as far as the CIA is concerned in Russian hacks? That's going to make Rex Tillerson's confirmation a little bit rocky.
Absolutely. The timing has not been great. Is one of his great attributes, being touted as he's a quote of Vladimir's, Tillerson is. I'm not sure that's the headline you want, given the headlines we're dealing with right now.
Dan Senor, always good to have you at the table. Thank you so much.